Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a little bit of a situation going on with FeFe. Now, obviously, we talked about FeFe before with a previous one, but essentially, yeah, this one post has blown up and managed to get a lot of backlash. A lot of people have not been happy with this, as well as some other kind of offshoots from this. Again, it's kind of blown up pretty massively, as you guys can see, 1.3 million views to 14,000 likes. Now, obviously, she says, look what came in the mail at Fansly, and of course, it has a plaque button, right? Almost like the YouTube plaque button, but for Fansly. Now, of course, me personally, I'm never one to, kind of care about, whatever other people are doing, right? Like, I'm gonna be real, if people want to do Fansly or OnlyFans, whatever, I'm not gonna, say stuff about it. I don't like literally. It's the most, least important thing to me. And of course, there's a lot of people who very strongly feel about it, which of course is where a lot of the backlash has been kind of coming from, or whatever you want to call it, right? And of course, like Fansly have been putting hearts. A lot of VTubers as well, being supportive. Contel saying let's go, Cha saying let's go. Alara as well, Spite. So many people, of course, congratulating her. But obviously, in the quote replies, a lot of people have been going pretty crazy, right? You got Banana Juju there saying, and the blank award goes to, and yeah, I mean, that's crazy. It's like, sis, this is not the flex that you think it is. Saying this is not something to be proud of. Blank flaps wider than the Grand Canyon. A shame that she didn't get a personality with it too. Can't wait for the next series of FeFe Pup. She breaks Twitch TOS, then plays the victim. And obviously, yeah, the last situation she was involved in was over the TOS thing. Now, again, I don't think she should have been banned for that. But again, of course, a lot of people have different opinions on that. Saying, do you get a golden skin after sleeping with 100 guys or something? One of the blank of all time award, surely. Being top one blank is a thing. This is gonna be me this year, just you watch. Obviously some people a lot more kind of positive about it as well, but yeah, obviously one of the posts that kind of blew up as well was the Banana Juju one, obviously, of her saying that. Now again, Powder saying stuff like tell it like it is, Juju, it's shameful behavior that shouldn't be celebrated. So Powder, Twitter do be mad when you name things for what they are. They can't handle the truth. And yeah, it seems like they're very against FeFe, doing this kind of content, which I think, people can have their own opinions on that kind of stuff. As I said, personally, I think that, if they want to do that and that's what they want to do with their lives, then of course, I think that's fine, right? I'm never gonna, go after someone for, liking something or something like that, right? It's not gonna be one of those things that I really care about, right? But obviously, as I said, some people feel much more strongly about it, and are not very happy with that. But of course, there's been even more as well. Some people have been now calling up Banana Juju, with the kind of opposite thing of some people saying, we all saw that lewd art of yours, sit down, which of course, some people were saying that essentially, oh, you get NSFW art made of you. So you're pretty much on the same level, right? Now, I do think there are some differences that maybe some people aren't kind of seeing there. Is the fact that obviously a lot of it tends to be fan art. I don't know if she does have an NSFW account or whatever, but from what I've seen, it seems to be fan art the fans are making, which of course you can't really do anything about that. And also it is of her model, right? I think that is something completely different to maybe the content that people post on Fansly and whatever, because, they are actually, selling their actual body online, and for money, right? And of course, there's two kind of differences. I feel like I don't think you could say that they are doing exactly the same thing, right? Because it's not really the same thing. Having your VTuber model, it's sexualized or whatever, compared to your actual body is two completely different things, right? Now, of course, yeah, there's been a response from Banana Juju as well saying, I'm not denying that my fans do tons of lewd art. It is out there right now, but this is not me selling my blank for the price of a Big Mac menu. There is a difference between me selling my stuff and blanking your blank. Virtually IRL, or my fans having their kick. So you having an account where you use lewd art and captions intended to make your fans imagine scenarios does not make you a blank because it was for free, unlike those you call as such because they make people pay. That sounds a little hypocritical to me, but alright. And I don't know if she responded to that or not. I don't think so. which yeah, apparently there is an account there that she also like runs, which again, I mean, you know, if you do have an account dedicated to NSFW stuff, I mean, you know, making fun of NSFW people, you know, it is one of those things where you're both making NSFW content, but I could definitely see the differences between the two, right? As I said, difference between VTuber and obviously IRL, you know, what do you call it, content or whatever. Saying, I know you're rage baiting, but I still want to get this straight. You let people use your model for free in your Discord while you're trying to shame FeFe for charging people for curated content. The irony of that is unparalleled. You know, saying, why do these people feel the need to push their morals on others? Saying your mom. Okay, I can't scroll anymore. That was a mistake. It is very it's very I don't know what you call it, dangerous to be scrolling through some of these comment sections whenever the topic is about this kind of stuff, right? So yeah, obviously some people posting you know, posts that she's made and stuff as well in the quotes, which, you know, I guess people are also finding out to be, you know, hypocritical or whatever. And of course as well, people like Just a Minx, you know, obviously a very popular streamer, known for drinking quite a bit. And of course, yeah, they say, and the hypocrite award goes to Banana Juju, and then she posts her reposting fan art of a very, just her in a swimsuit pretty much, but I don't want to show it just in case YouTube oops me. But it is just her in a swimsuit. She's not like naked or anything. It's just a US swimsuit. But of course, Banana Juju then of course responds to that with yeah, obviously a shoe on head picture, unsolicited opinions from online prostitutes. And yeah, I think, you know, in terms of Minx's argument here, it's not a very good one, right? Reposting fan art and obviously you know, kind of enjoying fan art that other people make of your VTuber model really isn't on the same level as, you know, obviously people selling content of themselves, right? And again, I don't know what kind of content FeFe does. I don't know if hers is VTuber orientated or not. I'm assuming it's not. That's why people are getting you know, so angry or not so happy about this. But again, you know, it is a big difference, right, between going from that step of, oh, I make funny VTuber like lewd art, or I use funny VTuber lewd art, to I actually sell my body online. You know, those are two completely different things. And again, I think a lot of people kind of fail to understand that, and I think especially you know, with the whole fansly stuff as well, there is a very big kind of discrepancy between the two. Now, of course, you know, there's been so many other quotes and stuff in regards to this situation. It's been pretty insane, but I just kind of want to talk about it for a bit because, again, it is one of those things where, at the end of the day, as I said, you know, obviously a lot of people have been making fun of FeFe, saying that she's the top blank and things like that, and the blank award goes to. But at the end of the day, as I said, I think that, you know, obviously, if that's what she wants to do and she's doing well in it, I think that's fine, right? I don't care, right? I don't care what other people do that much to get really angry about this. But, you know, I can see why some people maybe are not so happy and things like that. And as well, you know, I can see why a lot of the people calling out the people getting angry at this are also wrong too, because of course there is a big difference between, as I said, VTuber art and IRL kind of curated content. So again, just kind of making that difference. Sorry. So yeah, that's what I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. So yeah.